Oh, yes. Pleasant good night. Good night, good night, good night, good night. All you come in. Pleasant good night, Malika Graham, Ken Ramdas. Tell me if all you hearing me, if all you seeing me. Nancy Boo, good night, darling. Candice D'Souza, Ricky Murad. Alright. Just now. So, all your Facebook hot. I ain't come to stay long on the live, but I came to highlight certain things. I came to address certain things, right? Because I realize this woman have no shame. She have nothing about herself. You're coming on Facebook and making a bigger ass out of yourself and spewing hate and I don't know what else on social media, all in the name of attention, right? Now, for those of you who following the drama for the past few days, all they would know what started the drama in the first place, right? The pong must go on. Be ready, Candy. No. Because I don't know Asha Samaroo like you's my mother. Or somebody, you must be feel somebody afraid you. Benji, darling, good night, baby. I don't know if you feel somebody afraid you. Or if you feel Miss Candy Baphomet Sabga intimidated by you, some kind of thing. Right? Now, I have a charity organization in Trinidad and Tobago. My organization, right, have been operating since 2014. It's not an outcome organization. We have documentation and we have license to operate. Okay? We have license, documents, Madam Scamaroo to operate. Now, let me tell you something. You see, when you feel you have brain, it are people out there who have more brain than you. Because like I said before in my last live, right? You are an educated dunce. Right? From day one, when you claim to be advertising for my shelter to raise funds for my shelter, I started recording you. Okay? Every single time, and it's as soon as you start to call my name, I started recording you. Which I could go in my files and pick them out one by one and drop it on Facebook. Right? Because I suspect that something like this was going to happen. Now, let me address certain things. I don't even know. It's so much of shit you talk on your life. I don't know what to start to address first. You're going up on a live and talking about, let me address this first. Because like your favorite color is orange. Your favorite color is orange, right? Wait. You're going up on a live and talking about is you went up and say you just cut up people and then bam them. You went up and said that on Facebook. No. I didn't say cut them up. I said cut them open and embalm them. Google is not a secret. Google is there for everybody. People who cut open people and embalm them, you call them morticians or embalmers, which is the job that I do. Educate yourself. Okay? This is what I do. So when you come up on a live, you came up on a live and you're trying to give people this impression like if I some serial killer or some kind of thing in Trinidad and Tobago, because you was trying to tarnish my reputation and trying to discredit what it is I am doing and trying to paint this image of me for whatever reason, because like he was waiting on an opportunity to come on Facebook to splashiate yourself and gallery yourself to talk about the little black girl from Trinidad that you envy so bad, that have you so hurt that you can't sleep when the night come. I watch your face on the live like you're crying days now, day and night, like you just ball up in a corner crying. And you come up on Facebook to say these kind of things about me. Now, the thing about it, it's so amazing. The exact same thing you're saying on your live is what police officers have been calling me and saying to me. So therefore, who else would be calling the police and providing the police with these prevaricated stories that the voices in your head tell you, or you probably drink too much rum and the green man and you sit down and had a conversation and you just decide that Satan took your caca hole, so you're going to call police and make up a lie and have police calling me. And this is how stupid you are. You feel you have sense, you have brain, but this is how stupid you are. Okay? So all the things that the police saying to me is what you saying on a live. But as you say, you just cut up people and embalm them. I said I cut them open. Right? If you know who is Mr. Dainsley in Trinidad and Tobago, he is a pathologist. He also cut open people. If you know what a funeral home is, you would know that people in funeral homes all over the world cut open people. And the reason for that is because if you get a post-mortem case, those are cases that come from the hospital cut already. So you have to reopen the body, right, to treat it so that the body will not spoil and you will be able to have the body there looking nice and lovely for the relatives for the funeral. Okay, educated dunce. So before you come up on Facebook and talk a set of shit and make yourself look more illiterate than you are, Google is there for everybody. Educate yourself. Okay? So they call us embalmers. So I know you learned something tonight. So get your pen and a book and take some notes. Okay? Right. The next thing I want to address. You're on this $25, whole time you're singing a song. They should name you $25. Right? People, I scamming people $25 and $25. And like that's all you have to say. What's new? What's new? What you're trying to do? You're trying to portray me as a scammer. Right? That I am scamming people, I taking them money, they're $25 and I'm not giving them a course. Now I know that you don't have enough education to teach a class, far less to run a school, which is what I do in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? I run a school, an entire school, apart from teaching and embalming, I run an entire school. Okay? You want to call people maggots? I want to see a CXC pass from you. But we all know the only pass you have is a pass through the gate. Nothing else. A pass through the gate and a bus pass. Nothing else. Okay? Now when you're running a school, Madam Samaroo, you have something called program specifications. Every school program specification is different. And in order to obtain a certificate, educated dunce, in order to obtain a certificate, you would have theory classes and you will have practical classes. Okay? You have to make up a certain amount of contact hours in order to get your certificate. The courses that I am running, I don't know if you could read. I don't know if you could read. I will go and buy a IBG phonics and I will mail it to you. Okay? I will mail it to you. Get an IBG. It will help you. Right? Now the program that I offer, sweetheart, are medical programs. And there's no way you could go in the medical field to work on a patient if you don't have practical experience. Right? So you have to have practicals. During COVID in Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know if Texas is not aware of COVID, but here in Trinidad and Tobago, all the schools closed. So if you want to have a practical class in Texas by Brenda, no problem. I will be happy to send my students by Brenda for you to get them the practical classes. Okay? But that just goes to show that you probably finished school in kindergarten. So when it comes to studying for diploma or higher education learning, you know nothing about it, because if you did sit down in a classroom and know anything about higher education, then the shit that you're talking on your live, you ain't gonna be talking it. Okay? The next thing, sweetheart, I want to address. Now, you have an uncle by the name of Dwarika Mahabir. I don't know if Mr. Mahabir is on the live tonight. Now, me, I just mind my business. Okay? When you came up on Facebook and spoke about being molested, I saw your video. I empathized with you. Okay? Because child rape is very serious and I don't see anything funny about that. And I would never encourage somebody to laugh about a child being raped. Now you're on your live talking about, if you didn't believe me, you could have just say so. You don't realize I don't care about you. I don't give a shit what's going on in your life. That is your life. That is your story. Who cares? Nobody cares. You're on Facebook dying for attention and begging for everybody to notice you with your low self-esteem, insecure ass. Talking about, I don't, if I didn't believe you, I could have just say that and all these things. And I run in an organization where I am helping battered women and I am entertaining a rapist. So you're insinuating, I hope you have a dictionary, you know, because some of the words I use in here might confuse you. So big words and alcohol don't mix. Right? So have your phone on Google, have a dictionary, and put the rum in the fridge for a little while. Right? Good. According to you. Good. Right? So you are insinuating that I am encouraging a rapist around these victims. Right? This is how low This is how low. You lower than the white line in the road. This is how low you gone in an attempt to discredit my name and to discredit my organization because I call you out on something that you did, that you want to be wrong and strong for. There's no way I could be having a fundraiser. You is no part of the organization. You is not a director. You is not a secretary. You is not a broom. You is not a mop. You is not a Brillo. But just so you ups or you going to create a GoFundMe. But when I put up on Facebook, please don't send no funds to anybody else. You start to war me for the organization money. You feeling entitled to the organization money. Like if I know you from somewhere. Do I know you, Mrs. Samaroo? Are we friends? Because I am getting this impression I didn't know we was friends. The whole of Facebook telling me and you is friends. I didn't know that. I was never aware of us being friends. I never tell you one day that you is my friend. I never claim you as a friend. We don't speak. You knows nothing about my life more than what you try to find out and people come back and tell me with your deceitful self. We are not friends. We was never friends. Why are you trying to give people this big impression like me and Candy's friends because you call my name on a live and I comment under your live? I just comment under everybody live. That don't mean we're friends. You're friendless. You're looking for friends. You see my circle, I don't call people my friend just so sweetheart. You have to earn that. Okay? We was never friends. So worse yet, you is not my friend. I don't know you from nowhere. And all of a sudden you ups, you so kind. Now, when you created the first GoFundMe, sweetheart, right? You cash up this and you cash up that and all, you pay this and pay that. You confused. You want to raise funds for every single thing that's going on Facebook. You don't want to stick to one thing. You're calling me money hungry and you trying to take money out of everybody's pocket for every single thing. It's Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Matthew, Mark, Luke and John from the Bible, Hurricane Father, Son and Holy Ghost. Then all of a sudden it changed from child sexual abuse to domestic violence. Praise the Lord, Kevin came up on a live and talk about, I don't know if Ollie was on the live. Kevin made a live a few months ago. I was on the live. I actually commented on the live. And he said, I go read all the comments just now. He want to create a page. And in this page, is like a serious page. He want to talk about real issues, relationships, blah, blah, blah. And he said that he want to name the page something table. Some kind of table talk or some kind of thing like that. Before the sweat dry off of Kevin's back, you run up like it's a stampede, like somebody running you down, and create the extended table, breaking the silence. Because you can't be original at all. You can't come up with nothing on your own. Everything you have to copy and then take it over like if you create it. I'm talking about you are a leader. Yes, a leader. That is what he is. Yes, a leader. Right? Anyway, I don't want to stray too long. You start to jump, or you want to help my shelter. You had a so-called show that you was advertising, because I was looking through all the videos that I recorded for the past few months since April. You had a show where you were saying it's Twiggy with a dolly And all the funds will go to the shelter in Trinidad and Tobago for candy, and you kept calling my name on the live. So you're using my shelter for the longest while. People donated and you're telling them, well, I helped this person in Guyana with the money, and I helped this person here, and I helped this person. You're talking about, I'm not helping you again. I'm not helping you. Ever help my organization? You never did anything for my organization. You never helped my organization. I'm talking about you ain't helping nobody in Trinidad again. Name one person you help in Trinidad, Asha. One person that you help in Trinidad, I want you to name them. Name the one. One alone I want you to name. Because a few weeks ago, it was about close to 12 o'clock in the night. Let me drop something here now. Close to 12 o'clock, somebody called me. Somebody who does call you Auntie Asha. Could you remember me? I was on Auntie Asha's live. And you remember I told you so. But anyway, Auntie Asha, that's when the money went in the GoFundMe. Right? When the money went in the GoFundMe, I think it had 500 or 600 something in the GoFundMe. The next day, the night 12 o'clock, I get a phone call. Auntie Asha is trying to help a woman in Trinidad who was in an abusive relationship. And she leave and she get a place to stay. And they want help furnishing the place. You was not advertising, and you have a big organization in the US? In the 7 to 1 or the 6 to 1? And you have a big established organization out there. So why you're sending people to ask me to help somebody that you're supposed to be helping? Because the person said that they're trying to help the woman. The woman have no fridge, no stove, no nothing. The woman have nothing. A whole place like a dance hall. You was trying to help her. And the guy told me that all the money you raised was $200 alone. And they have to leave to go and drop things for her to eat because she have no stove. And you were supposed to buy the stove for her. Now that conversation is recorded also. So you could come and tell me a line. Let me come back and make a next live. And put it on the live, let everybody hear. Right? So the guy now telling me on the phone that if it is, I could buy the stove and whatever for her. Because all the money Auntie Asha raised is $200. Right? All she raised was $200. Okay? And I told him that I exhausted my resources. I cannot help nobody. I told him that. So if you so high and mighty and your organization is this big thing in the US, you talking about, you ain't see it had to have a reason why nobody not supporting Candy cause. My proposal, I don't know if you know what a proposal is. Utilize Google. My proposal that I submitted to the President of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago was acknowledged by her. Because of this COVID situation, everything put on a standstill. Okay? You ever went to any meeting in your life? You ever went to a meeting? You ever talk to the President in Trinidad? You ever talk to the Prime Minister? You ever talk to anybody? More than these imaginary people that you're always talking about, that you have as friends and investors on your live. Right? You ever talk to anybody? And trying your best, because you keep saying that I think it's 200 TT. Emma Jackson, I believe it's 200 TT dollars. Right? What I was saying, you're trying all how to discredit my organization and to bring me down. That will never manifest. This will happen with your blight self. You want to put mouth on everything I am doing. You so care about battered women, and you're an activist for domestic violence and all these things. But yet still, you see that I'm trying to build a shelter to house 400 and something women affected by domestic violence, and you trying your utmost best to shut down the organization with your allegations that are scamming people, right? You're trying to close down my school, right? You're talking about a cutting of people, so that means that a murderer is a murderer, a killing people. Then a siding with your rapist, as you say. Well, let me address that now. No, but remember, you bring your so-called rapist into this, right? You're claiming that I supposed to be protecting women and all these things and whatever, and I encouraging a rapist, I taking money from a rapist and all these things to try to make me look bad, right? But let me ask you a question. Let me talk woman to woman. Let me ask you a question, because you must be feel somebody freed you. When your underage daughter was sitting down on your so-called rapist lap, that you didn't find inappropriate at all, you find that was cool. You couldn't come up. Why didn't come up on Facebook and talk about that? I want to know, because you seem to be bashing everybody who is talking or communicating with your so-called rapist. But we have pictures that we are seeing circulating all over social media where you look rather comfortable with the same rapist. So why are you trying to discredit me and my organization, talking about I am taking money from your rapist and I supposed to be protecting women? I supposed to be protecting women, and I am exposing these women to a raper man, and I taking money from a raper man. But yet still, if the man is a raper man, because I am a woman, and if I have a daughter, my duty as a parent is to protect my daughter. And if I know, because the details that you put out on social media is that when you were 6 years old, up to today you spoke about it. Up to today, when you were 6 years, well, 1 minute you were 6, 1 minute you were 7, I don't know. Right? It's not my business, I don't care. But when you was either 6 or 7, the man used to suck your vagina, as they say, or perform oral sex on you, a 6-year-old baby. He used to take down your little frill panties and used to suck your vagina, and when he done, he used to finger you. He used to push his finger in your vagina. Now when you go to court and they ask you these questions, this is how they're going to ask it. So where did he put his finger? What did he do? Where did he touch you? And you have to be very descriptive. You have to talk. So all you excuse my vocabulary, but I want all you to understand where I'm coming from. So a man who violated a 6-year-old baby, because a 6-year-old child is a baby, by sucking her vagina and taking his fingers and pushing it in her vagina, touching her for his sexual gratification, you felt comfortable as a mother to allow your daughter to sit down on that man's lap? I want you to stay quiet and listen. Don't hear what I didn't say, because I know you'll go on Facebook tomorrow or whenever, when Satan choke you, and you will say that I am bashing your daughter. I am not bashing your daughter, because that is not my level. You have a very beautiful daughter. She speaks very educated. She's very beautiful, right? Everything like Amelia. She's everything like Amelia. Well spoken. Okay? So we could see that your husband did a wonderful job. Praise the Lord, nobody took from your side. with that old end behavior that he does be carrying on with on social media. Okay? So I want you to educate me, because if you have an organization based in the US that fights against child sexual abuse and domestic violence, right? Then why would you allow your daughter to sit comfortably on a rapist's lap to take out a picture? I think that is more worse than your rapist donating to help battered women in Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine your rapist helping battered women in Trinidad and Tobago, and you, who is supposed to be an activist against domestic violence, you scamming another organization that's supposed to be doing the same thing that you claim to be doing. You ain't shame? You ain't shame? Your rapist, as you say, it is alleged that the man who raped you, right, donated. The man who raped you donated, but you more concerned about the man donating to my cause than your young daughter, your underage daughter. I, for one, that happened to me. I am different. That happened to me. That man cannot come in my house. I don't want him around my children. I don't want nothing from him. A man violate me like that for years. And you so comfortable. I'm not saying that your story is wrong, But when you want to pelt stones, sweetheart, make sure you don't have glass windows. Because when you run up on your life and you pelt a stone, I will run up on my life and I will pelt a grenade. Okay? And not literally. I know you're an educated dunce, metaphorically speaking. Right, sweetheart? So you know your timing. And I know that it hurting you real bad, the amount of support I am getting. I know it hurting you real bad that you don't have access to that GoFundMe money to run and buy thing every minute and spend and waste and come up on Facebook and show off. Now you made some comments today and talking about your kind. Your mouth slip. You're so racial and nasty minded and jealous minded because like a nigger woman take away your man. So you have a hatred for black women especially. A nigger take your man. That is why you just get on so. Right? So you're talking about my kind, and I want to know what exactly is my kind. What is my kind, sweetheart? What does that mean? Because the last time I checked, you black too. And you could see the blackness in you when you comb your hair. Because so your hair look niggery, like mine's. So your hair look niggery in front like mine's. Don't dye your hair and don't put nothing in your hair and come up on it live. And you look niggery just like me. What you're trying to prove, what point you're trying to prove. When you come up on Facebook and you talk about, I am empowering women empowerment. And when people see me, they see somebody so strong. No, we don't. This is what you feel we see, and when you come up on our live, we don't see that. We see somebody vindictive. We see somebody hateful. We see somebody spiteful. We see somebody jealous-minded. We see somebody insecure. And we see somebody with very low self-esteem. Right? So, take a bath and come back. Refresh yourself and come back. Pick one thing and stick to it. Come up with something on your own. Learn to be original. Stop trying to piggyback off of people. And then you want to be disrespectful on top of it. Right? You want to curse me and disrespect me. Where is your license to operate? Where is your qualifications? You're talking about, I am living so nice and large, and who is maggots and who is cockroaches. I want to see a school leaving certificate. That is what we want to see. Show up. I ain't even going to embarrass you because I know you don't have no diploma. I know you don't have no A-levels. And I know definitely you don't have a degree. So I'll go easy on you. I want to see one pass. One CXC pass. When you want to talk down to people, make sure your business fixed. Make sure you're in a gear. Right? Make sure when you're pointing your finger and you're looking down your nose at people, make sure you have something going for you. Right? Could you walk into any business place and say, okay, these are my credentials. This is my qualifications here. I have these amount of years experience. Right? Let me see. What's this? What's going on here? Because sucking dick is not a job. Okay? Sucking dick is not a job. And especially during COVID, nobody don't want that kind of work. Alright, sweetheart? So when you could come on my level, when you could do the things that I have done or accomplish the things that I have accomplished in my life, where my charity organization, I'm not boasting, right? When you could come up on a live simple with a normal jersey on and no makeup and show people how confident it is and how comfortable it is in your skin, you could talk to me. I have on no makeup. All I have on is some lipstick and a jersey. And I don't have to come and show up my whole house to feel like somebody. Because guess what? If I'm poor and I'm hungry, people have to like me just so. Right? So come up on the box when you want to call people maggots and you want to call them cockroaches and all these things. Come up on Facebook with your qualifications because you're asking to see mine. You want to see all what I have. You want to know everything that's going on in my organization. And if If after the shelter is up, what are you going to do? How are you going to run the shelter after? Are you going to beg? Now, if you had a foundation and if you was really functioning in your organization and you knew how to run a charity organization, you would know the answer to that. Okay? Because every time I come up on a live, I keep saying, we have a team in place. Excuse me. We have a team in place. The team consists of nurses, doctors, lawyers, okay, counselors. We have legal staff. We have people to teach them basic self-defense. We have teachers. And the list goes on. And don't talk for security personnel. We in a gear. So all we need is a building to house these women. Because if I was doing it since 2014 and it's only 2020 I started asking for help, then I believe I did a damn good job on my own for the past 5 years without asking for assistance. So if you know, if you're a boss bitch as you claim, and you knew how to run an organization, you probably did a little business administration or business management, then you would know how to run a business, how to run an organization, and the steps you need to take to ensure that things go how it's supposed to go. But like I said before, he is an educated dunce. So you will know about them things. So keep trying to discredit my name, because guess what, sweetheart? My credentials and what I've done, my paper trail speaks for itself. You could call the Pope, you could call the Army, you could call the Coast Guard, the Air Guard, the police, to try to discredit me all how. I don't have a mugshot, and my record is sparkling clean. I have no matters before the courts. I've never been arrested. I've never been charged with any crime. I've never been in a orange jumper. I've never. Right? So when you're calling everybody, sweetheart, make sure that you have information on my paper trail. So as they come to me and I pull it out, whap, 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 party done. Somebody came on my profile and say, let me see your directors. Let me see your notice of directors. You want to see if I am on the notice of directors? I am the founder of the Victim in the Dark organization. I'm the founder. I created the organization. Alright? So let that hurt you all in your soul. Let it hurt you all in your soul. I'm going to continue helping women in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm going to continue to encourage people around the world to help women in Trinidad and Tobago. We have a project, right? We have a project that we would like to start. People don't start to donate to the GoFundMe page. It is on my wall. They don't start to donate already. Alright, and I'm going to encourage people to continue donating towards the cause so that we could help. We could really help battered women and children in Trinidad and Tobago, because we don't just talk. We just back up what we say. We don't just come and say we helping people. And you go, stop doing this. I want you to come out and show me one person from Trinidad you ever help. You don't help nobody. You don't help nobody. You never help my organization. Stop lying and saying, right? You help my organization. Right? Don't go and tell nobody me and you is no friend, because me and you was never no friend. Commenting on your live don't mean I is your friend. That is why when you call me the night late, I hang up the phone on you. Why don't you tell your followers when you call me, and they call my daughter's school, they call my children's school, and they say I brandish and a gun. They were you disturb my dinner for? I hang up my phone and take it off. I don't want to hear you. Who cares? Nobody cares about you, Asha. Nobody cares. As I said before, nobody in Trinidad and Tobago wants anything from you. They don't want nothing to do with you. And if you feel because you claim to be an Indian with your old end behavior, right? You feel Indian people in Trinidad backing you and on your side, you is a disgrace to the entire Indian Hindu community. A disgrace, an embarrassment. And if you was related to me, I would have changed my name. I don't want nobody to know I know you. With that kind of behavior on social media, the only thing you do is ball and take off your clothes and run and start to point up in the sky like a psycho. Okay? I want to send some love to all the people who is so supportive about this cause. Right? I want to send some love. I want to say thank you so much. And don't let this woman discourage you all. Alright? She's very manipulative. She's very hateful. And she's very jealous-minded. And she's trying all kind of things to shut down my organization. But hear what? God is the boss. And who God bless, no man curse. Right? God will always prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, and my cup is always going to run over in your face. And you're always going to feel sick with the blessings God is about to bestow upon me. That blessings burden you. Right? My cup is going to run over. It's going to overflow so much that you go can't sleep. You go start to take all kind of sleeping tablets and you still can't sleep. Because why? The devil don't rest. You ever see the devil rest? You go can't sleep. God is good and God is the boss. God is good and God is the boss. Try harder. You cannot dirty my name. Because here in Trinidad and Tobago, I might come up on Facebook and talk a certain way. I might curse, yes. I might talk my vulgar talk, yes. But my paper trail, it speaks volumes. Let us see your paper trail. And I don't mean gazette paper. I want to see your paper trail. Don't call me out to present this, that, and the other like if you's my mother. Use Mother Teresa. Anyway. I'm giving you enough rope to hang yourself. Enough rope. You see? Right? So I do hope that all you don't listen to this Peter Piper Picker Pepper in the US who unhappy sit down watching the four corners of the wall. Right? Like if you're trying to like you're trying to invoke something. Sit down so unhappy. And as I said, I didn't come here to bash your trend because that's not my standard. Your daughter wants to be a doctor. I wish her all the best. She's going to be successful. She's going to succeed. She's going to have a lot of money. And I do hope and I pray that God bless her to take that money to buy a house, to move out from around you. And when she moving out, let her take her brother and run fast, run forest, run for the hills. And don't look back. Because you need to get help. Check yourself in a rehab. Go and get some counseling. Get off of Facebook for a little while with your old self. Look, watch how pretty and young I look. Beautiful. This is what you call the blood of Jesus. Look how I am glowing. Take a few seconds to take in how the glow looking on me. This is what you call blessing and blessed and highly favored. Take 5 seconds to take in the glow just now, all you. This is who you wanted to cuss and disrespect and degrade and try to bring down. And no makeup. Natural beauty. Natural beauty, baby. You with, how old you is? 11. You is 11. I had to call you Granny Samaroo. I shouldn't even be answering you. Grandmother Samaroo. You in fine, you look for a nice, young, pretty girl who could take your man to Coral with to bring down. A matter of fact, let me don't put myself on that level. I take that back. I have a beautiful, wonderful husband that I love very much, and I don't want him to feel disrespected on this live because I love him dearly and I care a lot about what he thinks. If you don't care about your family, I care about mine. Right? So let me take that back. Right? I don't want to drop my standard and seem to be somebody who wants somebody's husband. No. I am blessed with what I have. Thank God for that. Right? So let me don't get carried away here in the filth. Right? God is always going to prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. He's going to anoint my head with oil and ensure that my cup is always going to run over. And everybody who's on this live tonight, I ask God to bless them. Make sure that your pocket always full, your cupboard always full. You have a happy home. Love in your house, love in your heart, so that it will show on your face. Yeah? Love in your heart, so that it will show on your face. When you stand up and watch your face in the mirror, I'll show you this here jumbie. One big jumbie in the mirror. So until you see the grace of God on your face, when you watch yourself in the mirror, until you see that, you need to get some help. Okay? So, I love you all. Thank you for listening to my live tonight. Right? And I have a GoFundMe on my page to help 410 battered women in Trinidad and Tobago. We're trying to build a shelter for them. Right? So I encourage you to donate towards that. Yeah? Try harder, Asha. Try harder. Who God bless, no man curse. Try very hard. You can't show me down. God have me which part I am. You will know nothing about that. You will know nothing about that. God have me where I am. So try harder. Alright? I know you're going to twist and turn whole night tonight. But after today, I will not be answering you. I'm going to focus on what I am about to do, which is help people. Yeah? Let me see some of these comments. Somebody say I'm feeling a presence. Well, I feel it long time. Try harder, Granny. Granny Lou says. Right? So always stay blessed. I love all you. I have a family. Now I have a life. I have a personal life. I'm going to enjoy my personal life. I'm going to spend some time with my wonderful husband, my wonderful, amazing other half. Okay? Great.